Master DT here, checking in with Awaken Within. I hope you're doing well. Before we get this video started, I want to thank you so much for all the subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I really would appreciate that. Give me the likes up, and please leave the comments. They help me to help you better. So I hope you watched the last video, and that was really my first story. We're going to get into some stories here. And that was about The Stranger with the Sword. If you haven't checked that out, please check that out. Please let me know what you think about this. The theme is going to be very simple. It's going to be about the coincidences in our life, right? The synchronizations, you know, everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence, right? All of those things. And when you raise your vibration, when you become conscious the way I did, things start to happen. It seems like the universe will conspire in your favor because of your vibration has been risen. And like attracts like. And all you have to do is study the law of attraction for sure. Well, things started to move. After that last person in my life, the stranger with the sword, had left, I was feeling a little bit better, but I was still newly to sobriety. I was still not right. I was still feeling uneasy. I was feeling unconfident. I didn't really know who the heck I was still, but I was feeling better. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, I started to get invitations. And one of the invitations was an invitation to Seoul, Korea. I was going to go and meet a bunch of martial artists in Seoul, Korea, and train and demonstrate my system and style of Taekwondo and Hapkido. Now, if you don't know anything about Taekwondo or Hapkido, the true Taekwondo and Hapkido originated in Seoul, Korea, or in Korea. And I get a chance to have an invitation to go there and train with masters and grandmasters of Korea. I was ecstatic. And again, I was newly sober. And I started to feel a little nervous about it too, because again, I've been sober for about a year, a little antsy, a little nervous, you know, what's going to happen out there? If people are going to ask me for a drink, and I was becoming a mess. I didn't want to blow this opportunity. I was going with a bunch of people, but I was going to meet him there, so I was going by myself. Okay. I was making a lot of AA meetings. I had talked to one woman that was in sobriety and recovery for a long time, and she said, hey, you're going to do fine. You're going to have a ball. You're going to enjoy your life immensely. You know, just stay with the program, get out there, go to meetings in Korea because they're all over the place, right? I said, okay, all right, and keep coming to meetings and keep working on myself. But as I get closer to going to Korea, the less I was feeling comfortable, let's just say. And I was worried that I was going to end up drinking out there. I just really was worried. And it started to grab a hold of me. And on top of it all, the person that was running this particular event told me that I needed to bring 2 bottles of liquor on this journey, you know, and like, are you kidding me, right? And it was a tradition in Korea to give bottles of liquor to the master or grandmaster that was running this event. And this was a big event. I mean, everybody, you know, I mean, anybody that you know that is in the Korean martial arts, whether it's Hapkido or Taekwondo, Kuksuwan, is going to be there. Some of the founders are going to be there, and we're going to do demonstrations, and we're going to train every day with these masters. I'm going to get a chance to show off my system. There's going to be a competition and meet and greet. It's going to be a big deal. I was like, wow. All right, get these bottles of liquor, I guess. I guess I'm going to do that. And in the meantime, one of my teachers thought that I didn't have the discipline that I should have, because I was calling myself an alcoholic at that time. And I was just a mess. I was just a mess. So I pushed myself to get on that plane with everything I had, because I almost talked myself out of it. I was just not in the right frame of mind. This is going to be a 13, 14-hour trip to Korea. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm going to meet those guys there. I'm not going to be with anybody. All right. Okay, I'm a big boy. So long story short, to get on the plane, I have my AA cassettes and I have my big book of AA. And I get on the plane. And the first leg is going to be to Chicago. And then after that, it's going to be a long trip to go to Seoul, Korea. And we're going to Busan first, then Korea. And I'm like, all right, I get on the plane. Okay, I am getting anxiety like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I'm like ready to jump out of the plane, right? The thing starts off, we're going. I said, all right, let me get a blanket, put it over me. I'm holding on to the AA book with dear life, right? I put it on my chest and I'm just breathing. And this is before breath work, before. I'm like, I have nothing except this book. And I'm on that plane. And I'm like, this is not going to go well. This isn't going to go well. And as I'm laying there, I must have looked like a mess. I get this tap on my shoulder. And I look up. And it is a stewardess. It's an airline attendant. And it's a woman. And I remember she was, she had red hair, okay, and medium build, and kind of a palish white complexion. I remember her. And she woke me up a little bit. She says, hi, how are you? How are you doing? You okay? And I said, yeah, my ego kicks in. Of course, yeah, I'm fine. And she just looked at me. And she smiled. And she leaned over to me. And when she leaned over to me, there was an AA medallion hanging off of her necklace in my face. I'm telling you. And she said, and with a wink, everything's going to be fine. I'll be here if you need anything. So, all right, great. Okay, boom. Long story short, I don't know if I fell asleep or whatever, but for some reason, it made me feel better. Let's speed it up. The flight is ended, and long story short, I get up. I said, okay, here I am. I'm in Korea. And I feel better. And I want to look for this woman because I want to thank her. I got some confidence. I thought, I can do this. I look around. I don't see her. I go all the way to the back of the plane. There's no one here. I get all the way to the front of the plane. There's no one there. On the way out, I look for her as they say goodbye to you and all that. No one there. I knew she was there. I see her, right? I go down. Maybe she's at the bottom. So I get down on the ramp. She's not there. I've never seen that woman again. I know she was there, or someone was there, or some spirit was there. Long story short, again, I had the best time of my life. I ended up going back another year. But when I was there that first time, it was an outstanding time. I learned so much. I made so many friends. I was signing autographs. It was the greatest time. It really, really was. But I'll never forget that woman. Was she an angel? I call her the angel on the plane. I don't know if I would have made it without her. And to this day, I still thank her. Whoever it was it my imagination? Was it an angel? Okay. Or was it someone I just couldn't find? But I looked up and down that plane. What do you think of this story? What do you make of it? I would love to hear your comments. Enjoy your day.